So, why test is what you said. So why we might test is to set your training zones, so you know how hard to do your endurance, your zone 2. A lot of people talk about zone 2, but I've never actually done any sort of testing. So it's just sort of random riding, which is what we always laugh about with zone 2, is it just means go as hard as you can for the duration you're riding, which is not what it actually should mean, regardless of how you define it. So you need to define those things if you're going to quote unquote train. But again, for most people, it doesn't have to be that specific. You can be just sort of take out, if you have any training data, you can sort of do that. So the main reason that you would test would be that. The secondary reason to test would be if you don't have a lot of events or feedback on how you're doing. It does give you something that you can set some goals on. In the same way at the gym, you might say, this week I'm bench pressing 10 pounds, and then next week I want to bench press, or in 6 months I want to be able to do 100 pounds or something. That would be a great improvement, but it would be possible for a beginner who's doing 10 pounds to start for a bench press to over 6 months to increase that. So we can do the same thing with power. If you're doing 150 watts for your threshold or your 20-minute power or whatever you want to pick, then in 6 months, where could we have you? For the spring, what could we do? What can we push you towards? So it sort of defines this so that you can set some goals. Maybe it shows you whether your training plan is working. That would be my other interest as the coach or the training plan designer, would be, did this person do the plan? And then also, did they